It is November, believe it or not. Let's reset together. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So if you are new here, I would love for you to stick around. I like to make videos about secondhand shopping, about living simply and intentionally, and I try to every month make a reset video. I was inspired to do this by Lydia Sin from Frugal Debt-Free Life, and I talk about just things that I'm interested in, things that I want to do, some of my goals, and then sometimes some seasonal things. And I'm going to add something new this month that I think will be exciting for me. And we'll just add kind of another depth of something to talk about to the video. So let's go ahead and hop in. So I have mentioned that this time of year is my absolute favorite time of year. And sometimes I find difficulty balancing how much I love this time of year and wanting to enjoy it with also the fact that life does not stop. I think it can be really easy to look at Christmas reels on Instagram or look at, photos in a magazine and romanticize the Christmas season, romanticize Thanksgiving. Of course, we're not even at Christmas yet, but romanticize this time of year and forget about the fact that life does still happen during this season, right? So it's not just one endless movie night, one endless party. There are things that have to be done. So October and November largely for me have just been trying to get life in order so that December can run as smoothly as possible. And so we can enjoy it and there aren't big projects and to-dos lying around. One big thing that we have been doing is our shed where we have a lot of storage space has just been a big mess. It's been very dusty. It's had lots of dog hair in it. And so we've been going through and just working on simplifying and cleaning everything that is in there. So we're still in the process of that, but we've made a lot of progress and I'm really proud of how far we have come. So the big thing that I'm trying to do in the month of November is just tackle a few small projects every week so that whenever it comes time to decorate, I feel like we have a good clean slate. I really cannot stand decorating on top of clutter, and I'm sure many of you feel the same way. So we have to get the surfaces clear. We have to get organization feeling like it's at a good, baseline before we can add decor on top of it. Okay, so let's talk about the different things that I have written down for today. The first thing is I got my Christmas planner several weeks ago in the mail. If you're not familiar, Hillary from the channel Old World Home, she produces this, and this is my first year purchasing it. I didn't purchase it last year and I decided I really would like to have it. So I've already started writing things in the calendar portion, in the portion for my kids' gift lists, for teacher gifts, stocking stuffers, and then of course, I'm looking at this cleaning schedule too and thinking now that I'm kind of getting some projects out of the way, I might want to try this cleaning schedule and see how I feel with that. It's funny though, I wonder if any of you ordered the planner and if you got any bonus books with it. My planner came and it had two things. It had the planner in the packaging, and then it also had this Shishiko embroidery for beginners. I did not order this. There was nothing on my receipt that said anything about, a bonus gift or includes this bonus book. So I was really just kind of, surprised that this was in there. But anyway, so I really don't have a use for it. I'm going to check with a few people that I know that do embroidery and see if they'd like to have this. I've done minimal embroidery, so I don't know. Maybe I should keep it just for the sake of keeping it. I don't know. But anyway, I have an embroidery book now. I have started this week just trying to prep 1 to 2 items a week to go in the freezer. A lot of times for me, these are breakfast items, and if you want a video about that, I did one back in the spring, I think early spring, but it still applies. I still make those same recipes, so I will link that video for you down below. Sometimes I do like that video and make them all in one day, and then in this season, I'm kind of just choosing to make 1 or 2 a week. So this past week, I made a batch of pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, and I also made a batch of sausage cream cheese crescent rolls. So these are 2 of my favorite recipes, and I actually made a discovery. As we were cleaning out the shed, one of my boxes from when we moved was kitchen items that I'm not sure if I'm going to miss or not. You know, do I need these enough to keep them? So they sat out in that box for maybe a year before I evaluated if I missed them. And one thing that I was on the fence about was a mini muffin tin. But I have some recipes like this pumpkin one that make a large number of muffins. I have a metal 12 muffin tin, and then I also have a stoneware 12 muffin tin, but this recipe actually makes more than 2 dozen. So oftentimes I would have to make 2 dozen and then wash the pan and then make more, and it just was a hassle. So I found out kind of by accident this time that I can fill both of those 12 muffin tins and then fill my mini muffin tin, and it uses all of the batter perfectly. So that was a nice surprise, and the mini ones are, you know, a nice option to have for kids' snacks or different things. So I made those, and then of course the sausage cream cheese crescents, it's just browning sausage. I did that in my cast iron skillet. You add some cream cheese to it and get that all melted down, and then you just put them onto crescent roll dough, roll it up, and bake it. This is something I usually make around Christmas time, so I went ahead and just made some so that we can have easy grab and go breakfasts. But between now and at least the end of November, I'm gonna be making 1 to 2 things. It could be breakfast things, it could be like dump and go meals for us, or it could just be something that I wanna have ready on hand for whenever we're going to a function and I need a side or a meal to take somewhere. So yeah, I'm trying to be intentional with my freezer stocking. So one thing that I wanted to add as a feature, I mentioned that I wanted to add something new this month, is I want to share with you the things that I'm looking forward to trying in terms of new recipes. I don't always do new recipes. I'm somebody that repeats things a lot, but I am trying to every now and then, once a week, once every other week, just incorporate a new recipe. So I wanted to share with you the ones that I am trying this time around. I'm just gonna put all of the information for these down below as far as the sources where you can find them. There are 3 this month, and they are actually all from Instagram Reels. So the first one is for Marry Me soup. So this is inspired by the Marry Me chicken, which I also haven't tried, but this is a soup that has chicken, bacon, it has lots of spices in it, and then it has Yukon Gold potatoes, it has some chicken broth and some heavy cream, and then she finishes it off with some fresh basil. My son has been begging, when can we make Marry Me soup? Because he watches these videos with me and he says, oh, that looks really good. So I finally told him this week we are going to try it. The second one that I found is also on Instagram, and it is a French onion chicken and rice. So I liked this one because I love these flavors, but also because it's all one pot. You guys know I love an easy one pot meal. You sear the chicken thighs, and then you add all of your other ingredients to make this nice sauce, deglaze the pan. You add your rice and your chicken back in, and then you cook it for a while, and then you top it with Gruyere cheese. So that's the second one. And then the third one is a roasted red pepper pasta. You make this with sausage. So I have some kielbasa, and then I bought the roasted red peppers, and I think I have some penne, maybe some rigatoni, I can't remember. But that is the third recipe. So hopefully what can become part of this routine is that I share in my reset what recipes I'm looking forward to trying, and then the next month in my new reset, I can let you know how those new recipes went. Did we like them? Did we not? And then I'll share with you the new ones for that month. So I hope that can be a fun new rhythm for this. Also, on the vein of seasonal foods, I have been loving apples right now, just plain apples. I actually prefer to eat them sliced over just biting into it. I can do either one, but I really enjoy them sliced, and I think I like them best cold. Honeycrisp, Granny Smith, really anything that's a little bit sweet, and I like sour too, so the tart Granny Smith. But I have really been enjoying snacking on apples. Hey guys, I just want to step in for a second and let you know that I'm so glad that you are here at my channel. If you would be so kind, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please click that red subscribe button. I would love to have you as a regular viewer of my channel, and I really appreciate you being here. All right, as far as books this month, I haven't read a novel, but I have been reading through the book of Psalms. And then I told you guys that we have been going through this book, praying through the scriptures with our Bible study group, so I'm reading that one as well. That's all at the moment. Okay, a couple of home things, a couple of home updates. I had shared with you guys my part 1 of my closet makeover, and then I sort of left you hanging. I need to build a shelf or have a shelf built in my closet. So what I need to do first, there are 2 hanging shelves for clothes, and the bottom one just really gets in the way. I only have my coats hanging there, and I think I can minimize that top rack enough to fit the coats there. I also have more coats than I need, so I can go through and weed out some outdated ones. But anyway, I need to take that shelf down, and then I need to add a shelf to the bottom that can hold my bins. I showed you guys in that video, and I'll link it down below. I showed you guys in that video that I got clear bins that have hanging file folders. I have one for my daughter, one for my son, and then one for like our home things. So those actually fit really nicely right across the width of the closet. And so I want a shelf to raise those up off of the ground, and then I can put my shoes underneath the shelf. So the closet is still a work in progress. I've just got to get the shelf done. And then, of course, once the closet is finished, then I will share with you my updated fall and winter capsule for Project 333. I have really been enjoying the fall layers, the fall clothes. I got to break my favorite blazer back out. So I've really been enjoying the fall clothing. And speaking of house projects, there is also something that I'm wanting to do in our banquette area. I've really been for a while now wanting to add some life, some personality, some pattern and color to that area. So I'm hoping that over the Christmas season will be the time where I can do that. So that's all I'm going to say about that, but I hope that I can share that with you guys in the weeks to come. So as we look forward to Thanksgiving, I am so excited. I wore my pine cone earrings today just for the occasion. If I had to pick a favorite side dish or dish at all for Thanksgiving, gosh, that would be so hard. I really enjoy the combination of all of it, which is why it's so hard for me to pick out one. I really love the turkey, especially my dad does a deep fried turkey. I love the turkey with the dressing, with the cranberry sauce, with the green bean casserole. My sister makes a sweet potato souffle. That was my grandmother's recipe that is just chef's kiss, so good. So yeah, there's so many things that I love. My nieces usually threaten me to either make chocolate chip pound cake or Tar Heel pie, which is a really rich chocolate pie. It's basically a brownie in a pie crust. So I will probably be making one of those too, I am sure. One of the things that I really love about Thanksgiving is watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I've done it my whole life, and it's just something fun. It just kind of marks the day. And what is so nice about the way that our little house here is organized and set out is that I can actually stand in the kitchen and tend to what I'm cooking, and I can still watch the parade because it's just right next door and I can see the TV from the kitchen. So that's really nice. Before I've just felt kind of excluded when everybody's watching the parade, and I just kind of have to pop in and out every now and then because I'm cooking. So I'm really looking forward to being able to cook my things for the day and watch the parade with everyone else. And the last thing I will say about Thanksgiving is I've really come to appreciate a walk after a large meal. Really not just for Thanksgiving, but for any large meal. I like going on a walk afterwards. But we do this a lot after lunch with my husband's family, and it's just so nice. It's a way for everybody to get fresh air, to kind of walk off the food that we just had and not just go straight to the couch. And so I would encourage you, if you still have daylight after your meal, to go for a walk. It is really just simple, it's enjoyable, it's a time to bond together. I really enjoy it. All right, and my final thing, I said I have been working in my planner and I've been working on my Christmas list. I am working to kind of tweak that and try to finalize it by the end of November. I'm trying to just get everything done, let people know what my kids are interested in, if they're getting gifts for them, all of those kinds of things, so that, again, December can just be as easy and enjoyable as possible. All right, you guys, well, that is all for my November reset. Thank you for coming along with me. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you take away some inspiration from it. Please let me know your November things down in the comments, and I will talk to you soon.